Hey love bugs, today in reading and all of this week and next week, we're going to be talking about cause and effect when we're reading. We've learned about this before, so this is a bit of a review. So just to talk a little bit and remind you about cause and effect, cause is something that happens to affect something else. What I mean by that is, like yesterday it was raining, and it was probably raining by where you live too. So yesterday I went outside to go get the mail and it was raining. That was the cause. The effect is how it affected me to do something. Well, since it was raining, I put on my raincoat so that I wouldn't get rained on. So the cause, it was raining. The effect, I put on my raincoat. Now, when I look at this poster today, I'm going to look at the title first, and it's called Out It Came. And I want to look at what this bird's doing. And sometimes to help us when we're reading, to be a good reader, we need to connect with what's happening. Try to find something from our own life that maybe we've done that's similar to what's happening in the story so we can understand it better. So in this poster, I see a bird. I see the dirt and the ground, and I see the bird is pulling on something. And from these lines that the illustrator used, I can tell that the bird is really pulling hard to try to get something out of the ground. Now I can connect with that if any of you watched the Flipgrid Earth Day video that Kaylin and I made. We were outside taking care of the lawn and weeding. And that's something where sometimes when you're trying to take a weed or a twig or something out of the ground like that, it might have really strong roots and it's really hard to get. So you have to really, really pull the hardest that you can and kind of yank it a couple times to get it out of the ground. So that's my connection with this bird. As I look at this bird, I can tell how hard the bird is trying to pull on this item. Now let's talk a little bit about this bird. Looking at the bird here, what do we think he's doing? Or she? He or she, we said, is pulling on something out of the dirt. What do you think that bird is pulling on? Yeah, I agree with you. These are leaves and this is grass and looks similar to the grass, but when I look at the picture up here, it kind of shows me what was the bird getting? A worm. Very good. So the bird was pulling hard on the worm. And now when I look at the second picture, I see that the bird was pulling on the worm for what? What was the reason? Very, very good. Now, love bugs, why might a bird do this? Why might a bird pull hard on a worm? Right, it's hungry, right? So the cause is the bird is a little hungry, so it pulls on the worm, and what's the effect? What happens after the bird pulls on the worm? Very good, it gets the worm and it can eat the worm. So the cause, the bird pulls on the worm. The effect, the bird eats the worm. This is what we're going to be doing this week in Reading Love Bugs. We are going to be talking about the causes and effects of things that happen in stories. And cause and effect happens all the time in our real lives. You can look around your house and figure out cause and effects. Like in our house, sometimes a cause might be that Kaylin or Marco's room is messy, and the effect, they can't play with their toys until they clean the room. So there's an effect to the fact that their room is messy. So you could think about things like that around your house, and always think about cause and effect when you're reading. And tomorrow, our poster will have some words on it, and we'll look together at some cause and effect in a text.